The greatest superpower of all is being invisible. Just ask Max, a 10-year-old kid who lives in an ordinary town with his best friend, Omar. Their everyday life is pretty ordinary. That is until Max finds a mysterious hat in the attic of his house. The hat had a simple instruction: only the wearer can be invisible. But there's a catch. You can only be invisible if you're laughing. At first, Max thought this was a normal hat. He put it on and started laughing, but nothing happened. He took it off and tried putting it on again. Still nothing. But then he looked at Omar and an idea struck him like a bolt of lightning. He put the hat on his head, looked at Omar and started to laugh. And voila! Max became invisible. He could see everything around him, but no one could see him. It was so exciting. But Max knew this power could get dangerous really fast. If someone other than Omar saw him while he was invisible, then Max would never be seen again. So he told Omar to keep the hat a secret. But keeping secrets isn't exactly Omar's forte. While playing a game of laser tag with Max, Omar couldn't resist showing the hat to his other friends. As soon as the hat touched Nadia's head, she became invisible. All the kids were stunned. They couldn't believe what was happening right before their eyes. And just when they were about to figure out how to make her visible again, she vanished into thin air. Turns out Omar had taken the hat off Nadia and put it on himself. He wanted to play laser tag with them and have some fun. But now Nadia was gone. Max felt betrayed. He told Omar they needed to find Nadia and return the hat before anyone else saw her. Otherwise, she could be invisible forever. But Omar was too scared to go anywhere. What if someone saw him while he was invisible? Max knew he couldn't do this alone. He had to team up with his sister, Tessa, and together they went out searching for Omar. While looking for clues, Tessa found some footprints. They were small and looked a lot like, well, baby footprints. Max thought this was hilarious. Maybe whoever was invisible was a baby. How cute. But Tessa wasn't laughing. She had an idea. She took the hat and put it on Max. Then she started making funny faces and laughing really hard. Max became invisible and followed the footprints to the playground. There, to their surprise, they saw Nadia and Omar playing on the slide. Max called out to them, but since Max was invisible, they couldn't hear him. So he did something crazy. He started tickling them. At first, they thought it was a ghost, but when they turned around, they saw Max and quickly put the hat back on their heads. Now both Max and Omar were invisible. It was so much fun. They played until sunset, and then they all went back home. Max knew he had to talk to Omar about controlling his powers. Being invisible was fun, but it came with a lot of responsibility. If Omar couldn't control his laughter, then someone else might get a hold of the hat and do something bad. Just then, Tessa had an idea. She told Omar that instead of trying not to laugh, he should try to laugh as much as possible. And when he felt the urge to snicker, he shouldn't hold it in, but let it out in a big, loud ha, ha, ha. At first, it was really hard for Omar, but then he started feeling better. He felt like he finally understood how to use the hat's power. But little did they know, someone from Omar's school had already seen him using the hat. The next day at school, during class, everyone was stunned. They turned around and saw that Omar's desk was empty. Where was he? Was he playing hooky? Suddenly, they heard a loud boom and everyone started laughing. Then they saw a book flying through the air and heading straight for Mr. Williams, the teacher. To be continued.